All right, we got the jerk receiving position on Stop Using the Wrong Muscles in Your Olympic Lifts, a series highlighting what muscles need to be on in certain positions of the Olympic lifts, what muscles need to be off, and typically for most athletes, issues in their lifts are coming down to the battle between these two groups of muscles. So let's get right into it with the jerk receiving position. All right, the first muscle, or you could say group of muscles in this instance, that needs to be off when it comes to the jerk receiving position is over straightening the back leg. What this does, if we lock that back leg, if that back heel drops in our split jerk, we're going to take the emphasis of that weight into our lower back. Nobody wants that. That's how injuries and tweaks and silliness occurs. You want that leg unlocked underneath you. That is your rudder. It's going to control you in this movement. That weight should be primarily 60% in that back leg, 40% in that front leg in a split jerk, and that thigh of the back leg, that's holding that load. That's really taking the emphasis of it versus our lower back. So please stop over straightening your back leg. Go through some drills where you can get that back foot down, unlocked underneath you, and it's going to be able to support you in growing that jerk in a big way. Hey, just a quick interruption. I want to tell you guys about the Sustainable Lifting Method, our new online program coming up. Now here's the thing, with Project Lift over the last 6 years, I've worked with a lot of athletes who come in and they're stuck. I call it the messy middle. You've been doing this for 1 to 5 years and you just don't know what you don't know. You're not making any more progress and typically you got some nagging issues going on. Well, here's the kicker. Those athletes learned in a way that wasn't sustainable, and that's why we put together a program that's going to show you how to build a foundation in these lifts, how to correct your lifts so that you are moving and building a sustainable foundation of growth and longevity in your Olympic lifts for as long as you choose. You'll continue to make gains, you'll continue to feel and get stronger, and you'll continue to feel great. So if this is something that interests you, it's perfect for those in the messy middle as I described, that 1 to 5 year range, and beginners. If you want to start off with a solid foundation, this will be beautiful for you. Now I'm looking for 20 people to help me out, so check out the information. I have a special offer for you if it interests you, and let's get back to this video. All right, the second muscle that needs to be off, or you could say group of muscles that need to be off, are the arms. Now before you click away and go, what are you talking about? I need to use my arms to keep the weight overhead. Yes, but here's what I'm emphasizing. When we drive that bar up overhead, if we don't lock out, if we don't lock the elbow, lock the wrist, go bone on bone with that weight over our head, it is no longer being supported by our skeletal structure. If our elbow's unlocked, if we have a straight wrist overhead, it is now on muscle, right? So that wrist needs to be lied slightly back, that elbow needs to be locked or shoulder down and set. That's on the skeletal structure and we're able to support huge loads there. But if we have our arms unlocked, you are now using your muscles to hold that weight overhead, which is like draining a battery very quickly. And when it comes to the sport of weightlifting, there's going to be much more instances of elbow bend in a jerk in competition, which is a no rep, that matter. So keep that in mind. One, keeping those arms locked so it's skeletal structure versus muscles in the arm is going to help you support much bigger load overhead, and that's where you want to be. And the third muscle that needs to be off when it gets to the jerk receiving position is the pecs. Now here's the thing, if you've somehow pressed this bar up overhead and didn't get called for a press out if you're in competition, if your pecs are on, this bar is forward of your head a bit, or forward where it needs to be. Where it needs to be is that arm slightly behind the ear, locked, just like I got done saying in the arm section in this video. Ribs are down, so we're not leaned back into our pecs at all, but sometimes athletes with poor core strength and poor mobility wind up here trying to use much more pec than it needs to be. So here's the kicker. Keep those ribs down, let that bar go slightly back. Think of driving the bar slightly behind your head and get those arms slightly behind that ear. That's where you need to be, whether it needs to be mobility to help you get there, or it's just how you're firing out of this dip and drive that we've talked about. So that's what needs to be happen. Keep the pecs out of the jerk. It's not a bench, so let's get rid of that. But here's the thing, how do you fix these? And I'll tell you exactly what we do at Project Lift. Here's what you got to do. Step one, you need to observe it in yourself. Is this happening? Do you see it in video? Can you feel it? Number 2, you need to have a discussion with yourself. You need to sit down and think, where did I learn this? Is this coming from a cue that I'm trying to use, or am I just not thinking about it at all and this is what's happening? And then step 3, you need to make the correction in training through drills or whatnot. I gave you focuses to focus on in this video, but here's the thing. If you need support implementing these corrections and you want to take your Olympic lifts further, set up a discovery call with us. You and I are going to get on a call and discuss where you've been, where you want to go, and see how we can work together. So let us help you. We would love to. And here's the thing. If you've made it this far in the video, smash that thumbs up button, pay it forward by sharing it with a friend, and subscribe because new videos are coming each week.